So we've covered what you should avoid doing in the gym, but what I really want to focus on today is what should you actually do as a beginner in the gym? And yes, we all know that you can just be doing some machines, but I want to focus on how you start to build real, basic, fundamental strength and actually progress yourself in the gym. So how I'm gonna split this video off is starting with showing you lower body exercises, then upper body exercises, then core exercises, and you'll be sweet. So when we're talking about your lower body, what we really want to focus on is your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, your hip flexors, all those big muscles. So we're going to start with focusing on the glutes. What we're going to do, go into a glute bridge. I want you to have your lower back touch the floor and then drive your heels into the ground. And as you do that, I want you to squeeze your glutes up to the very top as high as you can, and then slowly go back down, lower back touching the floor first. This is not gonna only teach you how to activate your core, but it's also going to really burn out your glutes. So when you're incorporating this exercise into your workout, what you're gonna do, start at the top, hold for 30 seconds, and then after the 30 seconds, you're gonna rep out 20 sets. Later on, we'll talk about ways that you can progress yourself from there. The second exercise I'm gonna show you is an elevated split squat. What you're gonna do is bring your knee as far forward over your toes as you can, whilst attempting to keep your heel on the plate. Most of you won't be able to do this, but the whole point is that you're trying to do it and slowly working on your ankle mobility. Now, if you're struggling with balance, all I'm gonna get you to do is hold on to something like a stick in the inside, and then you just do your split squat, hold at the bottom, feel your hip flexor working, and then come up. 1, 2, hold, 2, up, 2. The final lower body exercise I'm going to show you is going to be a step up. So the real way to perform a step up, you want all your weight on your front foot. So how we're going to do that is we're going to drive the knees far forward as you can. You're going to fully hunch down. Make sure your back leg is so light. Only your toes should be touching the floor. Then what you're going to do, stand up nice and tall, nice and straight. Only my toes touch the step. And then going back down into that original position. Now this is going to be hard for most of you. And again, take the stick, do it for balance. And then step up like this. So now we've covered the lower body, but these next 4 exercises are all going to focus on your upper body. So when working out your upper body, it's very important that you focus on the 3 biggest areas: your chest, your back, and your shoulders. Now, most of you are going to be internally rotated in your shoulders. So a big thing we have to do fundamentally is work on how can we exercise you so that now you're externally rotating your shoulders, just naturally. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is a face pull. Very simple, attach a rope to the cable machine, and then all you're going to do is either stand neutral, stand in your fighting stance, or if you're using a very heavy weight, you're going to bend down and stand in your fighting stance. So what we do a big pull, squeeze the back, and slowly coming back forward. So this is the motion I'm doing. Again, I'll show you one more time. Squeeze, slowly back. This is going to help your scapula, your back, all of those areas, which will help externally rotate the shoulders. So to target your back, what I'm next going to show you is the seated cable row. Grabbing this bar, I want you to protract your shoulders forward, and now what you're doing is you're trying to rip the cable apart. So rip the cable apart and bring this to your stomach. you should be feeling this in your back. Protraction, retract, rip the cable apart to your stomach, and slowly back forward. You should really feel this in your back. One of the most basic exercises, one of the most effective exercises is a push-up. So I'm gonna show you how to actually do it properly. You want your hands under your shoulders, feet up or on your knees, either one is fine, but the most important thing is that your chest goes all the way to the floor, your elbows are tucked in, your shoulders are retracted, and then you're coming back up. This is going to be so vital for building up your chest strength. And the final exercise I'm going to show you for the upper body is a chest fly. Very simple. You're going to if you have straight arms, slightly bend them, and then all you're doing is extending your arms as far out as possible, keeping your wrists facing the roof, feeling it down here in your chest, your outer chest, and then squeezing and pushing your chest back together to the top. Again, slightly bend your elbows all the way out, wrists to the roof. You're gonna feel it in your outer chest and squeezing, pushing your chest back together up to the top. Now, the reason I choose this chest exercise over something like a chest press is this is also externally rotating your shoulder. Once again, teaching you what you need to be able to properly work out. Not feeling your chest exercises in your shoulder, feeling it in your chest. And then eventually we'll be able to move on to things like a chest press, a bench press, and all the rest. When I say core, what's the first exercise you think of?
Sit-ups.
Yes, you just think of a sit-up. Very good exercise. But that's mostly targeting your abs. What I want to teach you to do is unlock your bigger core muscles so that we can actually put that into your exercises, like when you're doing a deadlift and a shoulder press and a squat, how you don't arch your back, you don't lean backwards, but know how to just activate your core. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is a dead bug. You're going to get into this position. You're going to touch your lower back to the floor, and then opposite arm goes back with the opposite leg, coming back forward, other side, resting your head, breathe out as you go down, and in as you go up. Lower back always touching the floor. This is one of the best exercises that you can do to work on your core strength. The next exercise I'm going to show you to really work on your core strength is a plank. Everyone should be able to do a plank. If you have lower back problems, then you should still be able to do a plank. You're going to go into a plank position. You're going to hold the plank. Literally, I don't mind how you hold the plank right now. All I really want you to do is just hold it, have your butt down, and yeah. Now, if you're feeling this in your lower back, which some of you might, all I want you to do is put your knees down. Now that already gets rid of the tension in your lower back. And then you're just gonna hold this. Now what I like to do is hold it for 2 minutes, and then if I get tired, I drop and straight away get back up. You can do it exactly like this. Or what you can do is you can do, say, 4 30-second holds, maybe 10 seconds rest in between. But you get the idea, just hold the plank, build up the core strength. It's so important. So yes, I did say that we want to work on your deep core muscles, but you also do need to work on the abs. I mean, the abs is what people see. And what better way to do that than a sit-up? So, final exercise, just a sit-up, nice and simple. Either hands behind you, or what I like to do is cross my arms, and then all I'm gonna do is sit up. This is so good for your abs. You can even add a weighted sit-up, and honestly, it feels so good. You can hold the weight like this. You can just hold it out in front of you. I love sit-ups. So I hope you've learned something today. You know, I was in your shoes as well once before. I didn't know what to do in the gym. I probably also would have thought machines are the only way to do things. They're simple, they're effective. But you know what? there are so many exercises like the ones I just showed you that's really gonna help build your fundamental strength in ways that machines can't. So if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate if you like, subscribe, maybe even leave a comment, tell your friends about the channel because I'm trying to grow it. I'm almost at the 100 subscriber mark. Let's see if I can get there.